Hello. Hey, it's me, Devin. And before you say anything, yes, I am from the future. The episode has some issues, so I'm here to talk on those points real quick. I don't want to talk too much because I know you're here to listen to some lovely RP and get back into Shadow Omens. But essentially, a bit of my video got corrupted. I had some frame rate issues. I recently updated my computer drivers. I don't know what happened, but all in all, something crapped out. So you'll have a lovely, lovely stock image placed right here, covering my face, because half the time it's just me going and ha, and it's really crappy. Besides that, just theater of the mind, so it is what it is. It doesn't take away from anything. The audio is still crisp, the audio is still good. I hope you guys will enjoy it nonetheless. Very, very funny stock image though for you guys, so I do hope you guys enjoy that. But yeah, with that being also said, the last 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes, got corrupted, unsalvageable. I don't know what happened. Streamlabs just pooped out on me and I lost. I thought I lost the whole video at first. I lost my marbles, but then thankfully when I finished, I had to force close Streamlabs, and then in my video folder popped the video. So I was like, oh, thank God. I watched it back. I saw the frame skips, horrible. And then I realized at the end, it just cuts and I lose audio, or I lose video, period. Streamlabs was recording. I know it was recording. So it just randomly, it just got corrupted and disappeared. I don't know. I just decided to snip out the last 20 minutes. I don't know. But nonetheless, essentially we go back and forth theorizing what could have happened, what could have been the cause, different things like that. We touch on Billy Cranston being in jail for his grid tech powers. We touch on the drugs becoming more of an issue in Silver Hills, things that have already been touched on and talked about in other Squadron games, but just thought I'd throw that out there. And then of course we left on a lovely cliffhanger, but no worries, we will reenact, we will present to you the cliffhanger at the start of next episode as a previously on Shadow Omens. But yeah, so nonetheless, even with all the small little hiccups, it's not the worst, small hiccups, I hope you guys do enjoy. But yeah, hopefully you won't be needing to hear from future Devin ever again, because it kind of is crappy that it kind of did that, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, once again, I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry for all the rambling, but that's the gist of it. Bye-bye. I don't even think that made it in. But welcome back to Power Rangers Shadow Omens, returning after a very nice little vacation. It is now episode 17, I think. Perhaps, maybe.
Give me a sec.
17 and a half.
Isn't it 16? I thought it was 16.
Let's say 17 question mark and call it a
Assuming
day.
this is episode
Assuming
17.
this is episode 17.
Numbers are a construct.
Last time
16.
Yeah, I was right.
it would be assuming. Welcome to episode 16. That's take one. We had our lovely people dealing with the aftermath of the Gooden incident, what I decided to call G-Day, I suppose. Adam was nowhere to be found. He was sadly unconscious, very worse for wear from everything that happened. And now we're gonna see what else is gonna transpire now since we have a full force of everyone back. We start back in the morning of the day after the lovely time at G Cubed and everything that transpired that day. Orchid has reunited with Kiku. Orchid has furthered things along with Melissa? Question mark. And Benji, Soren, and Thorsten got a little more accustomed to more games and also being Orchid's wing people.
Yep. And discussed personal stuff, deeply personal.
It's super personal. Yes, that happened. And then you guys also had a nightmare, a little spoopy. Because you know it's Halloween season.
Yes.
Not in game. That already happened. You guys already had that. You already had that special.
No, we need more candy.
More candy.
So, next week is the Christmas episode, right?
Oh my god.
Oh god, we
Thanksgiving
don't even
special.
have, we don't
I
even have the
swear to
Thanksgiving
God.
special.
The second that
Thanksgiving
Halloween...
was last week.
Oh.
Skipped over that.
No. We said the second that Halloween is over, you immediately put up the Christmas decorations.
I mean, that is how that usually works. Yeah, like Halloween's over. Bet time to take out the Christmas tree. But yeah, so it's the morning. Everybody's alarms goes off like typical. How are you guys on this fair morning?
I'm still knocked out, so
Well, yes, Adam is in the hospital. We don't talk about him. The rest of you, the four others, what are you doing on this morning as your alarm blares in your ears?
Well, I have my Pokemon back. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yes.
You know, these last few days have just been real W days for Orchid. I think that's just the way it's been.
W days, you've been winning, not what? Or I guess that is a W, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't taken damage.
Dubs only. You took some mental damage last session.
everything's coming
Yeah,
up Orchid.
That's for my therapist to figure out. Not Orchid.
Not Orchid. But yeah, so what's going on this morning with you guys? Outside of Benji probably not sleeping for the upteenth day in a row.
Damn right.
What
Sorry.
No, yeah.
Oh.
What you guys up to on this next morning?
I gotta do some Dance Dance Anarchy.
First thing is that what you're doing?
Yeah, get dressed, get ready to go, run over to the arcade, get my smoothing on.
Yeah. As you get yourself ready, as you're about to leave, you get stopped by Winston in the main living quarters. Orchid. It seems there's some good news about young Adam.
He awake?
Yeah, he should be shortly. Yeah, he's stabilized.
We go to see him?
If you guys would like to, I could pull the car around.
Wait, so what day of the week is it?
Canonically Wednesday.
That day.
Okay.
Say, like, from where Orchid is and him, like, going around, does it seem like everybody else is also, like, getting ready or is ready? Or does it seem like Orchid gets ready, like, 20 minutes before everybody else does?
Probably before, just because I know you say you normally go for a run as well sometimes, right, in the mornings?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say because you have a more like of a one track training regimen, you typically wake up earlier than the rest. So Benji, of course, is already awake, just clickety clacketing, doing something in their room. Soren and Thorsten, however, whether or not they're still just getting ready or still sleeping a little bit, that's a different story.
Well, I'll say, yeah, go ahead and bring the car around. The rest should be ready shortly.
I was actually gonna ask. I don't think it's ever been brought up, but does the mansion have like a gym area?
Yeah.
It better.
That's where Eric
I'm not
does his
assuming
home
anything.
training.
I assume nothing until I hear it confirmed.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so actually, Thorsten, probably after yesterday's little outburst at the, well, not so much outburst, but state at the arcade, he probably would have gotten up around the same time as Orchid and probably headed to the gym area and just started working out and probably finding one of the punching bags to let off steam he didn't know he had.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so then as Orchid you finish speaking with Winston goes off to as he hears in the distance some grunting and beating in the of the gym. He peers in to see Thorsten going hard in the paint. He Thorsten.
He'll pause because at that point he would have been at the punching bag and looked over. Yeah, Winston.
I don't mean to bother your training regimen, but Adam seems to be awake. I'm getting the car around. I already let Orchid know if you wanna come along, get ready, tell the others.
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Sounds good. As he steps back into the corridor and makes his way towards the garage. So do any of you go and grab the others?
He'll probably spend a few more minutes, doing some basic combos on the bag before heading off to get dressed. And on his way there, he'll probably knock on each of their doors to let them know.
I like to think Benji would have already been leaving his door, having finished that work he's been doing in his room, to just go see Adam in his own time. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'll go. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe, you know.
It wasn't like it was planned.
Yeah, and Soren, you also get told you get a knock on the door.
Yeah, I'll answer, of course.
Would you will you be tagging along?
Yeah, I think I'll tag along. Why not?
Sounds good.
Once he does that, he's gonna head off in his room to, quickly shower and get changed before heading down.
For sure. So as all of you get yourself prepared as best as you individuals would prepare yourselves, Winston pulls around the car and gestures you guys into the vehicle. On your way over to the doctors, Winston, there seemed to be some just like not too much, I guess, chit chat going on. Like he doesn't turn on the radio. Sometimes he listens to like the morning radio, but he's not finding anything interesting, so he turns off the radio and he just like how are you you guys excited to see Adam?
Something just hit me like a ton of bricks for a second. I don't want to be in this car anymore.
Don't
Mm.
speak all at once, you know. So yeah.
Like, actually, I don't want to see Adam at all.
No, no, no.
Yeah, we're
No,
all kind
not
of like,
that.
wait.
Yeah, this is a bit of a deja vu here. I don't know.
Is anybody else remembering what I remember? Really?
You're gonna get there and be like, oh, turns out
No,
Adam's
this guy
dead
turned
and
out
it's
to be
all your
possessed.
fault.
No, and this dude turned out to be possessed last time we were in his car in the dream. Remember?
Yes, I know. I remember that. That's why I'm like, oh wait. Yeah, Thorsten's just gonna look at the others, going, wait a minute,
I just
before looking at
wide-eyed.
Winston. Well, to say the least, I'm at least a little relieved to hear he's stabilized.
Yeah, he goes, yes, it's good to see that he made a good recovery. I was worried that, he was going to be out for much longer. He suffered a lot of, damage during that battle. But I suppose you Rangers are a lot different, more fortitude and such.
I'm not dead yet. That's gotta say something.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth, isn't it, Benji? As Winston just chuckles at that.
As he slowly pulls out a gun.
Shoots him in the gut.
About that.
You're dead now,
Thanks.
son.
Turns into the Psycho Yellow Ranger.
Oh god.
Morphs into the Blue Turbo Ranger.
God. But yeah. I guess since no one else cares about Adam, we could just.
I care, damn.
I mean,
Doesn't
only
sound
Thorsten.
like you guys care.
I was gonna say only Thorsten said anything.
Wait, what?
To
he ask
Winston.
us?
Yeah,
Oh.
he asked you guys if you guys are relieved about Adam's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by remembering that, like, I thought we were in danger.
And Thorsten's the only one that said anything.
I would like to say something then, damn. Moshi, asshole. I'm kidding.
Kazutai?
I actually, I'm relieved. Though I don't get to take any more pictures.
Well, with Adam around, there's a lot of pictures to be taken, whether or not you're behind the camera or in front of the lens. It's
Oh, I know.
all the same.
I kind of upgraded it for him.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, as the drive continues, he ends up turning on the radio eventually to some classical tunes to just kill the dead air. And you guys make your way over to the Silver Hills hospital, the same one that you guys originally woke up in.
So in our last session too, didn't Soren like almost meet himself or something?
Yeah, it was that was the case. I almost
Well, yeah, Soren almost voluntarily decided to go and meet himself.
Yeah. In the car ride, Orca's like, oh, how was the flower shop?
I wrote myself into the corner. I talked myself into a corner. I said I was going to the flower shop. I didn't want to look like a liar, did I?
How was the flower shop? What flower shop? Yeah, so you guys arrive. He pulls the car into private parking and lets you guys out and walks you guys in. You see a bunch of people walking up and down the hallway, staff and other Silver Guardian members, whether they're injured or being discharged, or just nurses just frantically running in and out of rooms. But as you walk through the hallways, you do see on your right side windows, panels, and as you look through them, you see that beautiful courtyard with the fountain that you guys saw on your first arrival, bringing you back some memories of the surrealness of this fantasy land that you guys are now accustomed to. And
Got isekai.
still don't know. I still haven't watched that. Yeah, and as you guys keep walking through, you guys turn into a very, very familiar room as you are led in by Winston, and there are 5 beds, all empty, neat, untouched, unused in quite some time, it looks like, but one of them is used as you hear a beep beep sound, and it's Adam laying in the bed, and he sees you guys as the 4 of you walk in. Adam, how does it feel to be awake?
So like, am I barely waking up, or am I like, have I been awake for like
You've been
an
awake
hour?
you've been awake for a little bit now, but you were asleep for 2 days.
Oh,
Quick,
okay.
jump him.
Just attack him.
I like to I like to think the first thing I see is like Ichibod wearing like a doctor's uniform and like a little stethoscope on him and stuff, and like a little clipboard on his hands, basically.
Wait, Adam, did you forget to the... Oh, wait, no, you were there. Never mind. Go ahead.
So yeah, as soon as I wake up, I see Ichibod like I kind of wake, like stumble awake, like, oh, time for force. I was like, oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
I see you guys. Oh, hey guys.
Yo, Adam.
How long
I'll
have I been
beeline
out?
for the bed. Why not? What?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, you beeline for the bed. Yeah, I get crushed in the hug by Benji, I guess.
Soren won't
Crushed
try to
by
crush
him.
you.
Crush.
Soren himself won't try to crush you. He'll just give a little friendly nudge with his fist to your shoulder, but not too hard.
Of all the swole men here, I'm the one that can crush you, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, he's been asleep for a hot minute. He's still injured. I'm pretty sure anything could crush him right now.
Yes,
Especially Benji.
Oh, thanks guys.
muscle
Thanks.
atrophy after 2 days. You're
Yeah.
so weak. Get fucked, nerd.
Actually, we lowered your strength down to 7, so
Oh lord.
you have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
Might as well minus off 4 armor. No biggie. It's fine.
Yeah. Ichibot looks at you, and he like looks up from his like little clipboard as he's like writing down. It looks like he's taking notes, but as the camera pans over him, over his shoulder, he's just like doodling. And he's just
Did
like,
you know he was-
doodling.
Did you know this guy was really upset and crying over you when you got knocked out?
My eyes look at Ichibod. I'm like, oh really?
he looks up from his clipboard. He's like, "What? No, I don't care if this sack of bones dies."
Come here, Ichibod. I kind of put my arms out. Come on, give your symbiotic host a hug.
I'm a narc for feelings.
He looks at you and looks at Benji and grumbles and mutters under his breath something as he like slowly hovers towards you and gives you a hug.
Alright, I reciprocate all things, Ichibod.
Do you forgive him now for almost killing you?
Yeah, I forgive him. I basically died like many times already. It's like my 5th time, I think, dying. Basically.
Do you say that out loud?
I think I do. Like, yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I made you something.
Oh, what'd you make me, Benji? Or you don't know what they
Made
got me a
you-
gift?
He hands you your camera that looks different, and then he's also gonna hand you what looks like a 5-year-old crayon drawing of one of those stamp cards that just said "near death" stamp card.
Oh my god.
And you've got like 2 filled in. And the last one says "free cookie." Out of 6.
You gotta. You have to
Have
be
to almost die 4 more times just to get a cookie.
Just to get a cookie.
Man, inflation goes crazy in the future. Man.
Right?
6 almost. Oh my god.
Almost near death
6
experiencing a cookie.
lives equals a cookie. Yo, currency in this economy. Oh,
Well, thanks,
Life's not
Benji.
fair. You guys know that.
oh my
Thanks,
God.
Benji. This means a lot. I like looking at the card and like putting it down next to like a table. What did you do to my camera? And like I look at it.
What was I allowed to do to his camera? Like, I have ideas. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to do.
I think it was like a Polaroid, wasn't it? My camera that I got from the arcade.
Yeah, it was Polaroid. Well, what did you want to do to it, Benji?
Well, first idea was if I was able to do anything since then in the lab at all, if there's anything that would have been able to be implemented to let him, I guess, take a picture and tell if there's some kind of weird thing that says, oh, hey, this colored thing there is a yokai. That'd be cool, but that might be a bit advanced.
Yeah, that would be a little too advanced.
Then I don't know. I guess just give you some more modes to do stuff. Or it's a Polaroid camera. I thought it was your other one that came from.
No, that one's gone forever until we go back, I think.
Okay. Then.
Well, no. So your original camera, you have it. It's just it's busted.
Okay, I imagine that, yeah.
The lens is cracked and it doesn't turn on. So whatever's wrong with it, you're not too aware because you're not like super, you know,
Technical on the camera.
techie. But yeah, your other camera is busted right now. So you have this So you have the telescope that Persephone got you and is in your room, and then you have this Polaroid camera that you got yourself from G Cubed. So yeah, that's what we have right now.
Okay. I don't know how to upgrade a Polaroid camera. I guess I had thought it was the other camera, so I guess in theory I'd have just given you probably a bunch of pictures I took, and maybe I'm working on fixing your other camera in the background. If that's
Yeah.
I guess that, or I for fun put like those that one meme thing you can put on a soundboard that's like da da da, that's like the alarm sound you always do. I like to think I just added a button to your camera to do that for no reason.
every time I take a picture, like it does that noise then.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
That or like some kind of thing of like soccer cheering for whenever you do your slides.
That's funny. Yeah.
Thanks, Benji. It really does mean a lot, and I'll look at the pictures that you took later.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some of Orchid and somebody in there too. Yeah.
Oh, somebody. Oh, okay. What'd you take pictures of? Hey, Orchid. Hey, Thorsten. How you guys been?
Hey, we won.
Well, seeing as we're alive, yeah, I'm pretty sure we did win. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all.
That's the only thing that happened.
It's the only important thing that happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Adam wouldn't know the aftermath of everything that happened. So it's like what happened to?
Is there like a tenseness in the room or something? Or no, I doubt it.
Man, from my understanding of the event so far, Benji and Soren rushed up to Adam, and then Thorsten and Orchid are sort of standing a few feet back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's too much tenseness. Unless Orchid and Thorsten are not happy to see you, then I would say it's a pretty happy feeling right now.
Man, you dropped like a sack of potatoes in that fight.
Yeah, like Alan Shaw just said, yeah, I guess I did, didn't I?
Dude, a lot of people dropped like sacks of potatoes in that fight. You were about to drop like a sack of potatoes pointing at Orchid. But some of us tried to stop that.
So,
It didn't really go well for anybody.
Oh, so what did happen to Gurren then?
He's
Have a
gone.
look at Benji and Orchid.
So I assume he got ripped out. We thought he was gone, but shared nightmare drama tells me he's around somewhere. Oh yeah.
Possible there could be some
Apparently
residual
yokai
magic.
can just. Does that mean yokai can just make people have shared dreams?
Wouldn't that depend on the yokai?
I guess so.
So do you guys tell Adam about the dream or no?
Well, that's what I'm trying to bring up to you. So the Gurren guy basically gave us a nightmare that we all had, that he was possessing Winston.
Yeah, that's the narrative that these folks are going with.
Oh, so like Adam kind of cringes like, oh, I never apologized to Winston. Oh God, like I gotta apologize to him.
Yeah, he when he let you guys in the room, he stayed behind because he knew like, you know, this was like a moment for the 5 of you.
But what have you guys been up to? How long have you been out?
Only a few days.
Only a few. Feels like forever.
So some might say a couple.
We were
Some
supposed
might
to
say
tell him a month.
a fortnight.
A fortnight.
A fortnight.
That's 2 weeks, you weirdo.
Yeah. Hopefully I get to go home soon and I could we could, I guess, hang out. You know, just and stop more yokai.
Do you feel like you can walk?
I don't know. Haven't really tried getting up from the bed. I try and get up from the bed.
Yeah, you take off the covers and you see your bottom half is just skeleton. No, imagine. You
My legs.
restart
Ichiba,
the
what'd you
day.
do? Ichiba.
No, you take off the covers and you try to get off the bed and it's a little hard at first, like almost like reteaching yourself to walk. You almost remember the first day here when you got shot and like your whole body was just in pain, but like not to the same extent, but you feel like you got hit by a truck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit, and I sit back down on the bed. Yeah, I don't think I'll be leaving today. Not for a while at least. But hopefully I get to go home soon though.
Orchid looks up at the Digimon. None of you guys have any sort of healing tricks you can do?
Oh wait, can I do healing?
Yeah, I mean technically
Not good at
Benji himself has healing. If you want to try it.
Dude, we're in a hospital. Can't I use? Like, yeah. Okay. Wait, so are we? Okay.
Just start injecting it with random bags of liquid.
So wait, in theory, don't I have to like leave the? Do you guys want me to morph here and try to heal him?
Does power heal say while morphed?
Let me find out for sure. I think it does.
I'd imagine it would be Walmart.
Let's see. It's coming up. Oh wait. Yeah, while morphed, you can send a PowerPoint while touching an injured living creature. Removes 1 damage, removes 1 negative. Yeah, so. Oh my god. Okay. So, but we're the only ones in this room, right?
Yeah, the door is closed. Winston's outside, even though he knows, but he's outside, door's closed.
Okay, cool. Then he just do it. Fuck it. Wow. Yo, it's an infusion. Yokai and
Yokai Spirit and Infusion, you got it.
Yokai Spirit and Infusion. It's been a few weeks.
It's been a minute.
It's only been like 2 days, man.
It's not, you know, it doesn't roll off the tongue like time for
Yokai
time
Spirit
force.
Infusion. There we go.
Who came up with this?
Oh.
Yeah, Yokai Spirit Infusion. You flash of black, orangey flames and light. As you stand morphed in this room of 4 civilians.
Or maybe you'll go home today. If I'm lucky. We'll find out.
Like Adam's wide out, like Benji just morphed in the hospital.
Like, what are you doing? Do
We're
you like
in
lay on hands? Like what
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do power heal, then I'll lay on hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, so like, do you like grab his hand, touch his shoulder, touch the top of his head?
I'll
Are
put
you
my
gonna bless
palm
him?
against his. I'm gonna put my palm against his forehead like it's a blessing.
You're gonna bless him.
They take these healing, my son.
Did you know Benji's a registered pastor? He did that on his all
He
those
would've
nights.
done that online.
Benji's
I
gonna
think
legally marry all of us.
It would be
Yeah,
fun. I
he's
think I could see
ordained.
him. I could literally see him picking up every online certificate he could. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, Benji's ordained, bro. That's crazy. He's gonna
Or
be
that works in like
Yeah.
select states.
I'd waste a perk on that to be the only ordained priest.
He's only ordained in like Pittsburgh or something.
not even a state, just a city.
Yeah, just a
On one
city.
city.
I'm only ordained on
Pittsburgh, like, New
Fortnite.
Jersey.
Oh lord.
I can only do digital
Virtual-
ceremonies on Fortnite.
virtual
Only
minister.
digital servers on Fortnite. Oh my lord. Anyways, yeah. So you go ahead and you bless Adam on the forehead. As Adam, you feel this burning pit in your stomach that you have you been healed by Benji before?
No.
I think
Think-
it's only been Soren and Thorsten, I think.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think this is the only time I've been hit but healed by Benji this one time.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's right. Every other time you've just been completely knocked out, so I couldn't get to you.
Yeah, I've always been either knocked out or,
Or
like
untouched.
they've untouched by monsters. So yeah.
Or not
Mm.
here. Yeah, so you feel this like burning sensation deep in the pit of your stomach as you feel like a resurgence through your body, rejuvenation, as you feel less brittle and like you feel very strong.
Like, does it hurt like the burning, or is it just like?
No, it's just a
there?
very warm burn. Like it doesn't hurt, but it's very toasty
Like I injected hot cocoa to your stomach.
and very filling. Like it feels like your stomach like fills up. Like you just like had like a really warm, cozy soup.
Oh, Benji, what was that? What you did to me?
I healed you?
I
What do you think I was doing?
That's how
Like
you
Adam
Yeah.
gets enveloped in darkness, and then you feel better for some
Disappears.
reason.
I mean,
to
it
the
probably does.
shadow realm.
It probably does. It probably does look bad.
You know, like the Overwatch trailer where like Mercy descends down, to, like,
Oh,
help people?
Yeah.
Except it's a being shrouded in darkness to come heal you, like the
It's like-
consumer of the void. It's like, hey, I'm here to help.
It's like, Benji, what did you do? As he gets sent to the shadow realm, and you're like, welp. No. Yeah. So you feel better now, Adam. You feel Gucci.
Well, whatever you did, Benji, I feel good, and I try to stand up again.
Yep. You stand up, and for a second, like, you it takes like using all the every ligament in your body, every tendon to just kind of just like flex your muscles and get yourself up. But as you extend your arms and get up on your feet, you feel limber. You're Gucci.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I guess I could go home now. This is good.
I guess I am going home.
Yeah, I guess I'm going home tonight or today. Yeah, I guess I'll go tell the doctor, or I'll go get the doctor.
I'm feeling much better now.
Yeah.
All of my wounds are gone.
You licked them
Yeah, no.
clean. Oh my lord. And as you say, go and get the doctor, the door opens up, and
Oh shit, Benji's still morphed too.
I tried to say I was demorphing. Fuck.
come strolling in.
I put the covers over Benji's.
You
I
guys,
put the covers over him.
as you guys
I
are
will yeet
frantically,
myself out the window. What are you?
you guys are frantically being like, oh no, coming around the corner as the whoosh, the curtain peers back. You see Persephone standing there.
Oh, it's just Persephone.
phew.
False alarm.
Oh god.
as you tear off the sheets from Benji, displaying his morphed form.
I just went completely slack, exhaling. Like really? I'm gonna demorph now. Please.
Yes, you.
Feel free to knock next time.
The fuck out of me, cat.
Persephone looks at you guys, wide-eyed. Her eyes flash between the sapphire and the emerald. She's like, I heard you were awake and the visitors came. How are all of you doing? It's been a little bit. I hope you guys are all well.
I
Yeah,
feel
how
great.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, been doing good. Been very tired as of late, you know, taking care of Adam and everything. But I'm glad that all the work paid off. And you see through her like cheery normal self, you see slight little black circles under her eyes as
I
she
feel you, queen.
as she was clearly very much around the clock trying to make sure Adam stayed stable and was able to make a healthy and speedy recovery.
Yeah, Persephone.
Your
When
face.
can you check me out? I'm ready to go back.
Oh,
Thanks for all your hard work with looking after him.
Yeah, thanks.
of
Thanks,
course.
Persephone.
As she smiles big and her eyes glitter. It's like just give me a few moments and I'll go get the paperwork done.
And can I get my clothes back? Cause I don't want to be in the dressing gown
As you feel this
draft
you
out of nowhere,
draft behind you.
from nowhere.
Your bare
Don't
cheeks.
you know, Adam? They give you that. They make it expose you like that because you have to do the walk of shame out the hospital when you leave.
She's like,
Yeah, it sure would be convenient if I had an on-command magical girl clothes transformation.
what?
I taught him some new words. Don't worry about it.
Oh lord. Yeah. So, Winston comes in with your belongings, Adam.
Oh, like Adam looks super awkward because he just remember he pulled a gun on this guy. Like, oh, hey Winston, like, hey, thank you for bringing my clothes.
Of course, Adam.
Winston,
Hmm?
I'd like to apologize when we first met. I never got the chance, I don't believe, to because I pulled a gun on you. I'm sorry. This thing, we were from a different world. It was different over there, and I should never have done that. I'm sorry.
Persephone goes wide-eyed hearing this for the first time.
Oh shit! I thought she knew.
And
Does
she
Eric
looks
know?
at
Does Eric know I
Winston.
pulled a gun
She
on
looks at
Winston?
Winston and looks at you, and she goes, "What?" And Winston,
He was a little hysterical. Let's just leave it at that.
Hysterical.
Persephone.
He was
hysterical. That's all I'm gonna say.
only him.
Winston.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy, right?
We can all agree Winston was being unreasonable, okay? He needed an extra persuasion.
He was keeping us locked up. Like, come on, like you don't do that.
It wasn't all 5 of the guys in fight or flight.
Winston looks at you, Adam, very stoic, with his grayish eyes, and he opens his mouth. That's quite all right. Water under the bridge.
I put my hand out to shake it. Like, yeah, water under the bridge.
He puts his hand out and gives you a firm handshake. Probably a little too firm.
All right. All right. Oh, well, thank you for the close. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah. Winston and Persephone walk out. And I presume the rest of you too to give him his
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll get the privacy.
his privacy to change.
You too, Ichibod. You gotta get out of the room.
Ichiban looks at you and just like, what?
I'm only messing with you.
I preferred you when you were asleep.
You missed me.
And
God damn.
he just plops down and takes a seat on the bed. Yeah, so you get discharged, and Persephone joins you guys back on the ride back home. And you notice that on the ride back home, all of you are squished into the back. It's kind of like a 3-layer car. So it's like 3 in the back, 2 in the middle, and then like the driver and passenger. Persephone is a lot more cheery than usual. As you guys are driving back, like there's like a pep in her step.
Is that just something we all notice, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys are just like random doing chit chats or what have you, and as you arrive back to the estate, Persephone's like, "Oh, can I have all of you meet in Eric's office, please? I have something I want to share with all of you."
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
She goes off ahead and she goes into the house.
We can't pull a gun on Winston to get in there. Seems like a setup.
Oh God.
You got cameras this time.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, so as you guys all go in, Winston lets you guys in, opens the doors, leaves for a moment, comes back with some little biscuits, little treats, and tea and coffee, like usual. And then of course Benji takes all of it.
Not all.
Yeah, that guy
Have
has
some
has
manners,
been
goddamn.
2 days in the coma, like doesn't grab biscuits.
Yeah, and Eric is clickety clacking on his keyboard at his laptop at his desk, and Persephone is there. And
Can I come in and when I came in, can I have gone, "Are you winning, Dad?"
Eric looks at you.
Yeah, Thorsten will also look at you, considering he got that from you last time.
He looks at you from like over his glasses, and then just goes back to his computer. He's like, "You need to be."
That boy, right?
He sighs and goes, you should probably be sleeping more than being on that laptop 24/7.
Okay.
Eric is fed up with Benji, dude.
I'm pleasantly satisfied because that means he got the reference.
And as all of you guys get in there, Persephone's like, Winston is about to like let himself out. As Persephone's like, no, I want you in here too. And he goes, oh, okay. As he closes the door behind him, and she looks at all you guys, and she's like, so, and she like is like kind of like sideways looking at like you guys over here on the left and Eric on the right, where like behind his desk, and she's like, so I have an announcement to make to all of you.
Which is pregnant.
That's what I was wondering if it was. Yeah.
Just do you say that out loud? 'Cause
No.
you can't
Guys.
say it. Like, oh
That'd
my
be
God.
hilarious if me and you are just like, yeah, you think?
You guys start whispering amongst each other.
Oh, like, okay,
Oh,
then
God.
I whisper to Benji. I bet she's pregnant.
He'll
Yeah,
look at the other
she's been
two like,
blowing a bit.
knock it off.
True
Are you
dad
pregnant?
dad energy. She goes, I have big news for all of you. I'm pregnant.
Me, Benji, like high five. Like we can't.
Low key high five underneath.
And yeah, so you guys do your little high five. Eric stops what he's doing and looks beyond his laptop and he goes, what?
What are you gonna do about that?
Oh, damn.
He's like, and you're telling us why? No.
Doctors, a terminal.
Congrats.
Sounds like a
Congrats.
personal problem.
Oh my god. Congrats.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Eric is beyond himself and he's just like, and he gets up and he walks over to Persephone and gives her a big hug. Takes off his glasses and he's like, I'm gonna be a father.
Are you sure?
Again.
Congrats.
Are you sure? Wait, what? I had to think about that for a moment. I was like, he didn't say son or daughter, he just said father.
I mean, you don't know.
You don't know what?
What are you
Well.
trying to hint at?
Well, first of all, you don't know if it's gonna live.
Jesus,
Oh,
Second of all,
Dude, are
you
we
don't know
fucking
if you're the
freaking
father.
happy?
oh
What
my
the
lord.
fuck? Oh my
Gonna
god.
live monster.
Orchid, please shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ, Orchid.
Dude.
I say this
I-
with all love to you.
I
Please shut up.
This is freaking Power Rangers, not fucking House of the Dragon.
Christ. Do you actually say this, Orchid?
Oh yeah, that'd be. I was wondering if you would.
Yeah, it actually, Orchid actually says that.
I mean, Orchid probably wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
Oh,
But you would
okay.
think it, apparently.
I was like, this is about to take a turn.
Yeah,
Oh my
right?
God.
Damn, first Power Rangers to ever deal with that type of shit.
I wasn't ready for that. Wow. Okay.
I don't think anyone here was.
Are you sure that someone that's been telegraphed to be your wife is really with your child?
I mean,
Anyways.
you don't know what she's doing
I don't
16
know.
hours out of the day.
I don't know. Like, it's okay.
Alright.
Orchid, who hurt you?
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Many, many people.
Many people. It's the way I am. Yeah, so he says that and she looks at him and she nods and she's like, you're gonna be a father. And they embrace again. And yeah. Persephone is of child.
Whoa.
Question is,
Power
when is-
Ranger.
When is little baby power, little quantum baby.
Quantum
You're like
Tiny
Jack
Quantum-
Jack.
Quantum
Ranger.
Baby Junior.
Quantum baby.
Quantum Baby Junior.
I like the
He's
idea of Jack Jack.
literally gonna be Jack Jack. It's gonna go crazy with that quantum energy. But yeah, so you guys spill off into your own thing. But as you guys are leaving the room, an alarm goes off from Eric's computer, and he snaps out of this, you know, this moment.
Audibly sighs.
He pops out of this moment, and you see his demeanor change, and he goes back to the Eric that you are very familiar with. Like a flash wraps behind his desk, starts clickety clacketing away, and he's like, his eyes go wide for a moment though, and he looks at you guys like, we need you in downtown ASAP. There was a bombing.
Oh shit.
Shoot. Well, that's...
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, downtown.
All right,
Sounds
I
like
guess we're
the,
heading out then.
It's like the
Hey.
Silver Hills we know and love.
Way to read the room.
I don't know about love so much, but
Just like home.
no.
This feels like home. Yay!
Ah, so it is Wednesday.
Read the room.
Cut of episode or cut commercials. It is a Wednesday. Laugh track plays in the background. Oh, Benji.
Yeah. So as he finishes that, Winston, you hear the door click behind you guys as Winston already bolted out to get the car. But yeah, do you guys go and suit up?
Yeah.
I guess I'll
Yup.
re-suit up again.
Well, I mean suit up
I
like
think he means uniforms, not
uniform.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't forget that first, you guys are of military.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the other job.
I thought Rangers first, Silver
We're
Guardian
PMCs.
second.
I mean,
No.
do we get paychecks? Are
Do
we
we get
just
pay
like
stubs?
unpaid
Yeah.
labor?
Yeah, do we get paid?
You have a benefactor. You literally
So
live
no,
in a,
we
you,
just-
you literally live in a mansion to get whatever you want.
Why do you think Adam was trying to like get a freelance job as a photographer?
Benji has Eric's freaking black card.
Yeah.
Remember
I guess we
something
don't
about
have
flowers?
social security numbers. You kind of need that.
No, we don't.
You need those to get
I
paid.
thought they attached us to already dead people's ones.
Oh, that's right. I appreciate it.
But that was our Silver Guardian badge numbers.
Oh, right.
I guess we
Yeah.
could take their social security
Oh
numbers.
god.
I
Just
can't
claim it again.
because
You
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
They're
your,
still
you don't
alive.
exist.
your dad is still alive, so yeah.
uh-huh, and I
True.
don't exist.
So we'll be back by 7. I've got like a wedding to oversee on Fortnite later.
What?
What?
What's Fortnite, Benji?
Oh.
I was just doing it out of character. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
A comment like that doesn't sound like it's gonna fly out of
Because-
character.
Because Benji's ordained and everything.
Yeah. Or Adam walks out like, guys, we really need to learn how to drive in this world.
Man, that'd
And
be great.
Yeah, and he just cuts. I feel like walks to his room to or dress up or get ready.
Or fly. Or
Dress
get those
up.
neat knife things with portals or whatever, something.
Oh yeah.
We need to get some of those portals.
Yeah. So
I
as you
think
guys,
that requires some sort of identification we don't have.
Not yet.
sir, you seem to be an unlicensed aircraft vehicle. I need you guys to land now. You guys have no identity in this world. Driving an unlicensed aircraft vehicle. What could go wrong?
Joke's on you, I don't exist.
That's you know what? Touche.
You can't stop me because I'm not part of this reality.
You
Can't
can't
stop
you
me,
can't make
I
me
own a
obey the
flower
law.
shop.
I don't even belong in the law. I don't exist. I'm not a person in this law.
I'm not a U.S. citizen. The law doesn't apply to me.
That is that's some facts right there. But anyways, yeah, so you guys suit up, change into your outfits, fasten those fancy gloves of yours. And you guys get into the warmed up car of Winston's, and as you guys drive to downtown, you arrive to the scene of the crime, to the incident that happened here, as there's see smoke and fires, and the fire department putting it out with hoses, and people screaming and running and just like in disarray.
It's a building on fire?
Yeah, it's a building on fire.
Yeah, so the building, well, what's left of the building, there seems to be some fire still escaping from it, and it's being put out by firefighters. But like the building is completely collapsed. This 2-story building, just a bunch of rubble, and you see bodies everywhere. Well, the ones that are still you can still make out, of like some torsos and such, some charred, some just look like part of the wreckage, but yeah, just everything's in disarray.
And this was like a big building? Like was this like the size of a house? Or was this like the size of like a big office, like 2-story office?
A big 2-story office.
See,
When
if
you
it wasn't for the
arrive, you
fact we're all
hear
probably used to this. It'd be like Vietnam flashbacks for all of us.
essentially, yeah, this literally is Vietnam flashback, especially
It's
because
just a Monday for all of us, you know, honestly.
Oh,
It
I
is.
remember this building.
Or Wednesday.
I remember when I blew up this building.
It looked just like this.
So funny that Orchid mentions that as a joke. When you guys arrive to
It
this
actually is one of
when
the-
you arrive to this building, you guys do all get a flashback. A little bit different for Orchid, but all of you flashback and you remember this building being one of the safe havens, where rescued mutants and, well, like, what's the word for it? Defective mutants and other humans resided in, that were rescued from labor camps and were being rehabilitated. And one day there was a raid on it. You guys still are unsure how the intel got out, but it was one of the ones prior to Orchid joining the Silver Guardians that him and his brother raided and massacred everyone within.
Of course.
And it was just the two of us?
And some mutant, like, foot soldiers,
Some mucks?
some mucks.
Sounds like a Wednesday.
It's actually a Tuesday.
Well,
in our
it's not,
universe.
it's not a normal day until they all smother me to death. So.
But yeah,
Well-
as you guys arrive, like, you guys get an immediate flashback, and it's almost parallel to like the explosion, the aftermath, the fire, the death, everything that's going on here. The only difference is people actually on the scene trying to help the chaos, and the screaming civilians around you would be the only difference, because of course there's not really normal chill people walking around in your universe.
Hey, guys, is this that one building with the you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember.
I swear I'm not doing this to be my usual self. I really think it's because of this whole damage and everything going on that's in front of us and our memories. So pretty sure Benji would be like to go try to make sure people are alive can be stabilized. But you guys can talk. He's gonna run ahead to try to help, if that's okay.
Yeah, you're Silver Guardian, you have jurisdiction here. So you run ahead and you start immediately going into action.
As Adam's like, oh, you remember, Orchid would sort of avoid eye contact with everyone for a little bit before going. Yeah, I remember. As he rushes forward, and Orchid's gonna try and like run in to try and get anybody out that's like trapped under rubble or anything that he can still like hear is still inside the building.
Yeah, you run right in as flames envelops behind you, and as you're in there, roll me a Constitution check real quick.
Conditioning or
Conditioning.
like,
My bad. My
might?
apologies. Yes,
Wrong
conditioning.
game.
Wrong game.
Could have been that type of game, but yeah.
Do I get edge because I'm wearing a mask?
I hate you.
Just
I'll
don't
give
matter.
you an upshift,
I mean, I'm just
even though technically a conditioning check doesn't exist.
that's true.
I'll give you a make believe upshift for this make believe check. Cool. Yeah, so you walk in, you start coughing a little bit, but your mask helps restrain the restrains the from the smoke entering your lungs, suppresses your cough. As you're a little hazy eyed as you look around and you hear, "Help, if anyone can help me." And they're like crying out in pain as you see this pillar is dropped on them, completely over them. Like all you see is their like torso, mid, like from kind of like their upper rib cage upwards, and then all below them is just rubble covering their lower half of their body.
I don't know if I can do anything about that now. And I can see this through like the smoke.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a somewhat middle-aged woman crying out for help, trying to push
And it
herself.
definitely looks like there's no way I'm lifting that pillar or moving that rubble.
Probably not, unless you give me like a super crazy crit, like nat 20.
I don't even know what I can do besides just be like, hey, yo, I can put you out of your misery if you want.
You are a Power Ranger, goddammit.
That sounds like
Jesus
the
Christ.
that sounds like the
Shoot
orchid thing.
things.
But that sounds like the orchid thing.
Yeah, but
I just think it's funny because I always think about how like I would always get admonished for like stealing from a high school with Georgia, but then we got Orchid some days, and I'm just like, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
well, no, I mean like you can morph and like try and like do that, you know? It's like it's supernatural
Oh,
power.
It
yeah,
you
sure
know?
would be cool if the system actually made you stronger when
Yeah.
you were a Power
I
Ranger.
would say
Yeah,
I
it
would
would be.
say that you would like your first instinct would be like, well, I can't do anything, but then you remember that
I got these powers.
you're not, and as you get and you're like, I can't do anything about this, and then you get another flashback as you remember this, not exactly this exact location, but a scene very similar to this, as there was a young woman bleeding from the side, slowly dragging herself away from you, as she was pleading for her life, asking you to please spare her, as you shot her dead. And then as you snap back from the flashback, you remember that, or not that you remember, but you realize that this isn't then. and that you have powers that you didn't have before. So if you wanted to, you could morph and try to rip this rebel away if you wanted to.
Orchid clenches his teeth, shakes the memory away. Sort of sees pink glow out of the corner of his eye. So he puts up his hand, goes, Yokai Spirit, infusion.
And in all this smoke, as it gathers around you, it kind of spins in a vortex and blows away as these fading petals dissipate in the flames. As standing is you in your morphed form. What do you do?
Rushing over. I'm going to summon my Tonto.
Okay.
And I rush over to this person's side. And from beneath the visor, I go, don't worry, I'm gonna get you out.
She's like pushing against the rubble. She looks up. She's like, a ranger? Oh, thank goodness. Please.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can like wiggle this person out from beneath the rubble, or at least attempt to see what is stopping them from getting pulled out. Right? Like, is it like, oh, only one of their legs is really caught under the rubble, and the rest could be sort of like moved to the side and pulled out with enough force? Or is it like, nah, the entire lower half of them has to be like cut off in order for them to get out?
Yeah, so you try to like nudge her a little bit, and you're able to pull her to one side just a little bit, but so it does seem like it's specifically somewhere under there's something trapping her like left leg that's keeping her from moving out of this rubble.
Okay. So like by moving her, I could get like a general whereabouts of like where that object would be.
Yeah.
Do I feel like an energy shuriken could pass through this material no problem? Like
yeah.
if I were to like see like, okay, it's probably here, I could energy shuriken through the rubble to sort of dislodge whatever's holding it and then yank her out.
So okay, so you energy shuriken to like basically like explode like the bit that's keeping her there, or what do you?
Yeah, like so assuming like a bit into the rubble, if there's something trapping her like there, if I could, you know, cut it or dislodge it by throwing an energy shuriken like through the rubble.
Yeah, give me an energy shuriken roll. Sheesh. Yeah, so you get a somewhat whereabout of the location of like where this the rubble that's keeping her lodged in here. You get a somewhat of a pinpoint of it, and you shoot out the energy shurikens, and the three land in as they do a tiny little explosion in the rubble, shaking it a little bit as she's still like pushing against it. As you do that, she's able to like pull herself a little bit, and you see her, she actually moves, and she's like, ah, and she winces in pain, but she is able to move herself, but then stops because of the pain.
Is she enough out that I'd be able to like lift her up? Could I pick her up and sort of walk out with her? or do I need to like get rid of more of the rubble?
I would say you would have to, yeah, you would have to like pull her out a little bit more, and then you could pick her up.
That's what Orchid would try to do.
Yeah, you pull her out, and as you pull her, she winces in pain. Do you keep pulling?
Yep.
She gets dragged out, and as her left leg and as just her bottom half in general starts coming more into view, you see that her left leg is like almost completely crushed.
Oof.
It's a miracle that it's still like connected to her body.
Yeah. I'll now fully pulled out, pick her up, and go, you're gonna be okay. Might lose your leg, but you'll live.
She looks at you.
A
She's like,
bedside manner.
you might lose your leg, but you'll live. That's
Yeah.
poetry by Orchid. She looks at you, it just faints of breath, and she's like, thank you, as she passes out.
I don't think she heard the Orchid, thank God.
So Orchid would rush out. Probably wouldn't even fully make it to like the nearest paramedic before like setting her down, sort of like yelling out, letting him know that there's someone injured there, and then rushing back into the building to see if he could find anybody else.
Yeah. So as you're coming back out with this injured lady, what do the rest of you do? I know Benji, you say you run and you start helping some people on the floor. There's people. There seems to not be enough paramedics to help all the injured, the people that are still breathing at least. So as you're like being that extra hand to help, it's a disaster. Your hands are covered in blood. It's not your first rodeo, but it's something you haven't experienced in quite some time, being in this more cheery variant of your wasteland.
It's like another whiplash from this last few weeks of stuff. Yeah. I would say he'd eventually probably have to. Usually, like between working from some people, would probably have sidestepped elsewhere to power into. Sorry, he would have done yokai. Damn, yokai spirit infusioned into his Blue Ranger form to try to keep effectively healing others because he's probably getting tired. But yeah, he'll keep going.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna suggest. I don't know what Soren's gonna plan to do, but like, if I didn't run by you and also already say, I don't know if you can do like spider webs out your butt, out your hands, anything, but that'd be good to help keep rubble or things like secure. If you can do that shit, I'm out.
I don't even know how to freaking unpack that. Just right out. I gotta know what weird like
butt webs, the typical spider thing.
I have no butt webs, I'm afraid. I have my wrist blaster and a blade, but it's not going to be enough to keep all of that.
Toshiko interjects and goes, "We could arrange that."
I'm perfectly. I sort of turn and speak to Toshiko. I am perfectly comfortable not having spider webs come out of my butt. Thank you.
No one said it had to be your butt.
Okay.
Right? Damn.
And Soren becomes Spider-Man.
Right?
He will be the Spider-Man.
That's supposed to be my joke earlier, was when you brought up becoming like your Peter Parker moment. I'm like, now you just gotta mug Soren for Toshiko.
Adam needs to take Toshiko and then it's set. But yeah, so Benji, as you keep running around, Orchid's coming out, what do the three others do? Adam, Soren, and Thorsten. What is your reactions to everything? What is your
Okay. I definitely need to do yokai spirit and infusion. To just morph.
Right out in the open.
Yeah, you're in front of
Yeah, we're
everybody.
in the open.
Hey, you're right. I shouldn't do that in the open. Yeah. Just got too excited there. just like the web. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to find a place to the side to do a yokai spirit and infusion. Is there any place that I can hide? I know that there's a fair bit of chaos right now, but I will do my best anyway.
Yeah, you definitely are able to find like a corner where you're able to do that for sure.
A phone booth. Let's do a Superman here. Anyway, yeah. Find a corner or a booth or or anything I can do. Once I'm morphed, I think the main thing is getting out there and helping as many people as possible. I know that there, if I do encounter any of those things in the way of allowing me, any of those mucks in the way of me trying to save people, I will fight back. But otherwise, prioritize saving people at this point. This is definitely giving flashbacks to Soren. I think they came out of the trees. But at this point, for my survivor hang up, I suffer snag on any alertness checks. Just reminding for the sake of things.
For sure.
Yeah,
So you go ahead and you start kind of, you know, with Benji kind of just doing some taking care of the people that are unable to be seen by certain paramedics, because again they're just so short-handed. They're calling for backup, but like there's a delay for some reason. You hear over the screaming and over the radio comms that they're talking. So from what you could tell, it's just you guys and this small handful of paramedics in the fire department. So for it's so either you guys, like, it's not as bad as it seems, or you guys are gonna need a miracle. Adam and Thorsten, what do you guys do?
You got an idea, or
I wanna like, I'm trying to. It was an explosion. I want to know if it was like by someone or by like an accident.
Yeah, actually, that's great. Yeah, I was wondering if somebody should look into the source of what we're doing.
Yeah, because I was gonna like look into that, like, you know. So
Go,
Sure.
detective boy.
How does Detective Adam on the case? What do you do?
I are there any? I know there's like a lot of chaos going on, but is there like any like head firefighter, like that's like overseeing everyone?
Yeah, you do see a gentleman wearing the firefighter garbs like everyone else, but he has a different like accent marking on his firefighter jacket, and on the back it says like head officer.
All right, then I'm gonna go up to Adam Saint Silver Guardians. Was this explosion natural or did something? Did anyone see anything? I doubt it, but
He's like looking around like barking orders, and he sees you and he's like, Silver Guardians, we're not too sure of the cause of everything that's going on right now, but right now we're just trying to make sure that this fire is contained and everyone is safe. We'll look into that when we can.
do you know there's any more people trapped inside the building or under the rubble?
If they are, they might as well be dead, but I'm not too sure.
Okay then. I'll leave you to it then, and I guess I'm gonna go check the perimeter if for anything suspicious, or if there's like any trail or sense anything with Ichiban.
Yep. So you go around the side, and as like you're trying to like look around and expecting stuff, from side of view, your peripheral, slides in Ichibad. He's wearing a trench coat with a fedora, and he has a cigar in his mouth. And he's like, you see, seems to be an explosion happened here.
Really, you don't say.
But what caused the explosion? He,
He's also like in black and white too, I'm guessing.
he's always black and white. He's a skeleton.
Ichambo.
But yeah,
Columbo.
every time, like when it pans over to him, everything's black and white. But like from your view, when it like the screen pans out and like you break, it's like you break his immersion. It's just this like aura around him that makes everything around him black and white.
Yeah.
But the camera's zoomed in just perfectly for whenever it cuts to him that it's just everything's black and white.
Yeah, Detective Ichiban on the case, right?
Yes.
So, care to tell me care to put some insight on this detective? As Adam's like walking around, like checking
He
and like taking pictures just in case as well.
he hovers down and he takes a finger through the ash and grinds it in his fingers, sniffs it.
Adam looking surprised. Maybe he actually found something.
It's like ash.
None of them have said it smells like a yokai did it, and that's what's concerning to me.
No, nobody has mentioned yokai yet. He's like,
Adam just face palms.
ash. Very, very recent ash. As you see another window explode with more fire coming through it, as it's clearly recent ash.
Recent, huh?
I know I'm not the one exploring this, but I just had a question. Like, for all of us and how we're seeing this, does it look just like the aftermath of what happened when Orchid and his brother attacked this place?
It looks very similar, but at the same time, it's more, I would say, it's similar in the sense of just the motion of everything going on. Like, it triggers your PTSD and it triggers your...
Okay, but it doesn't look like they didn't bomb it. They probably just shot it up, kind of a thing, or...
It looks something exploded this, whether it was a grenade, like a grenade, or God knows what it was. It looks exploded. So it's not parallel to the explosion you're familiar with of this building in your world, but it's very similar.
Well, like we know a grenade wouldn't collapse the whole building, right?
Exactly, but like that's what I'm
This
saying.
is definitely a big explosion.
Yeah, but you're not sure what, like, yeah. So it's not parallel to the other one. So it's not like, oh, this is like, it's like that time. It's like it's probably this that caused it. So it's like.
Would Orchid remember what they used to blow it up?
Yeah. You remember exactly.
Remember the location? We set the charge.
You would have set the charge,
like the weak points,
like on the roof, in like the back left of it. So let's say like if you're looking at the building head on, let's say that's looking north. So it'd be like the northwest side of the wall. So the northwest corner of the roof. You guys planted a charge that Ransik was developing, some mutant tech, some tech that he like brought over from the year 3000, and you used it to detonate, and it the size of it is a very small, like could fit in like a fanny pack, but it is able to destroy buildings. And you remember you setting down the charge, punching in the numbers, and watching as the building collapsed.
You can go back to Adam. I just wanted to know if I knew that.
Yeah. So, is there anything particular you want to look at, Adam? Any so we could get any rolls out of you?
I don't think it was anything like natural, like gas. Like someone left the fucking a goddamn like gas stove on, and like with a match or something. So I don't think it was that.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
I guess I want to look if like there's like something deliberate, like
Mhm.
someone have to do something like to get on the roof or something like that, or not on
Yeah.
the roof, but like set a charge somewhere, like explode.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I use? Oh yeah, I do have specialization in that. So yeah.
Lit.
Can I have upshift because I got Ichibod with me? I got Detective Ichibod with me.
Yes, I'll give you the upshift with Detective Ichibod.
Yes, let's go.
Because he's actually about to give you some useful information also. Oof. Damn, 3 ones!
Three
Dang.
ones.
Damn, bro!
That's
Use that
wild.
story.
Wait,
point,
aren't you a
yo.
Red Ranger? Can you reroll those things?
On weapon attacks.
On
Oh.
weapon attacks, yeah, I'm based on weapons.
Damn,
Can
only
I?
weapon attacks?
You guys,
Use a story point, Jesus.
yeah, can you guys find a story point?
Do it.
You guys have 5 of them.
All right. Do I still get that upshift with Detective Ichibod?
Yes.
Okay. Come on.
Detective Ichibod on the case.
But after critical success.
Ugh. Yeah, that's
all
fine.
of them were max that time. What the hell?
Sheesh, you went
Yeah,
from all fumbles to all crits.
That is a crit. It is an actual crit too.
Damn.
Triple crit.
Triple kill. Yeah,
Oh.
so
2 crits.
well, yes, technically only
Yeah,
2 crits
technically.
because
Goddamn
D2s are
system.
trash can. But yeah, so you notice you see a the building in this like side alleyway. You see the building that kind of like meets with this blown up one. The fire escape ladder is down, which normally it's like up and like, you know, latched.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check if there's like footprints near the fire escape ladder then.
Yeah, you take a look and you're able to see some ash and soot kind of like around the ladder. So it definitely seems like someone that was in or part of this explosion definitely came by this ladder.
Alright. I'm gonna take a picture for evidence.
Yeah. As Ichiba goes, Adam, whatever
Yes.
this was,
Detective Ichiban.
I don't think this doesn't sound like any yokai that I'm familiar with, but this also doesn't feel very normal. I can't put my tongue on it.
Like Adam with a scrunch in his eyebrow, like you don't have a tongue.
He looks past you, just not even thinking. He's just like lost in thought, being in his investigation. We might have to do some further research.
Well, Ichiban, I don't think this was a yokai. Anyway.
I'm glad we are on the same page.
Okay.
Exactly what I expect from my apprentice.
I side-eyed the skeleton.
The skeleton, you demote him to the skeleton.
Yeah. I just kind of ignore him and start taking pictures. Kind of follow the prints if anything comes up. I report in on the comms like, guys, I got some footprints. I'm gonna follow them. I'll report back if anything.
Yeah, as you continue doing your thing, Thorsten, what do you do?
Honestly, I'm probably gonna be doing like a combination of what Orchid and Adam are doing, which is helping whoever and seeing what might have caused this.
Do you actually run into the fire like Orchid did?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you run in, and fire envelops around you.
I'm gonna ask, because of Geen, does that even bother me?
Yeah. So at funny that you bring that up. So like I was literally gonna say, um, as the fire envelops around you, you instinctively wince, but then you realize as like the fire rages and like it hits you from one side and then like calms down a little bit, hits you from another side, you barely feel it. It feels like a cozy warmth, but you don't feel singed at all.
He'll just kind of glance at himself a minute after that, before just shaking his head and deciding, I'm gonna unpack this later. A little more important things right now.
Yeah, so as you run in, did you morph like in an alleyway or anything, or you're
Nope,
unmorphed? Okay.
He's currently unmorphed.
Okay. Yeah, so you you run through, you see a collapsed staircase, guardrails like hanging barely off like some wiring, and you see a young boy who is kind of like curled up, um and he's just crying, like saying, "Dad, where's my dad? I need my dad." And he's curled up, and you see him. He's clutching his like a stuffed teddy bear, and he's like, and he's coughing, and he's like covered in soot and ash, and he's right below this hanging guardrail that looks like it's about to fall on him.
Yeah, the second Thorsten sees the kid, especially if something looks like it's precariously hanging over him, he's rushing for them to see if he can't either grab them, or in the potential case of that falling before then, trying to catch the rail before it drops on the kid.
Yeah, so do you want to, so are we trying to grab this kid and get out of dodge, or we're trying to catch this falling debris?
Is it like actually falling now? Is he's getting closer?
Yeah, as you were moving towards this kid and you go into um like your instincts kick in, and as you start moving, the hanging guardrail yanks a little bit more as it starts swinging and it starts falling.
Then his first instinct was to try to, pick up the kid and move out of there. But seeing it, he's instead gonna be switching it up and trying to catch the rail, because he probably feels like there might be a better chance of doing that at least.
For sure. Um, Give me a brawn check or a might check if you're able to argue it.
So, how can I argue in favor of might? I mean, wouldn't being able to grapple and maneuver somebody around require might? So is this kind of similar to that? You're trying to grapple and maneuver the, railing away from the kid? I don't know. I can just do brawn if I have to.
What's the difference?
Brawn
Might's
is
for
strength.
striking. Brawn's specifically meant for strength.
Oh.
Yeah, because
The upside
might is like your offensive
Yeah.
skill, while
I'll just-
brawn is meant to be the more like the strength stuff.
I'll just roll brawn, because I technically roll it with a D2 anyway
Mm-hmm.
because of always training.
Okay, go ahead.
You run up and punch the ramp.
Don't let that kid die. Use a story point.
Yeah.
What if we really need those story points?
Go, Dad, go. Go, Dad, go.
Orchid's like, one kid, not worth it. Story points.
Orchid wants all the
How-
kids to die. Holy.
I don't know why that's a D8.
Oh, you
it's
rolled
only
it as a
meant to be a
D8.
D2. So let me
Oh,
roll a
you
D2.
rolled it with a D8 last time also.
Did I?
Yeah. So just
Damn
click the one that says +1 because it's really stupid. So just click
Yeah,
whatever is the one that says +1. Don't worry about what the other text says. Whatever's in the parentheses what you look at. So look at for the parentheses that says +1 and just click that one. There we go. That's better than that 8 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you run in there and you are unable to grab it, but as it falls, it hits you, but you're able to shove it out of the way. So you take most of the falling brunt and you shove it out of the way as it topples into a corner of other rubble, leaving the kid unscathed. But you do take 1 point of damage.
Alright. Better me than the kid.
It takes 1 point of damage.
Once he
Better than you
does-
than the average human with 1 health.
Yeah.
At least I can actually take it.
Especially a child who's probably like 0.5.
I was gonna say 0.13 repeating HP.
Yeah.
A third HP. What a life.
That child would have not gone well for them.
It would have never seen its daddy.
Nope.
It's like, don't do that.
Unless
It's like,
his daddy's already dead. And I
oh,
suppose
God,
you would have been
don't
doing.
say
And I
that.
suppose you would have been
Why
doing him a
would you say that?
favor. Orchid's ideology, his philosophy is pretty.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
wow,
Orchid, every
unless
once
he's
in a while he's
dead.
great. You know,
Every once in a while, Orchid
clock
makes
is right twice
sense.
a day.
He's brave, Orchid.
Orchid gets one logical like string of like ideas a day.
And letting that kid die was the one for today.
Yeah. But now he has to live in this world without his dad.
Yeah, you should have just put
Yeah,
that in his
maybe
misery, then,
you know
like-
Thorsten can be his new dad, and then we got 2 dads in one day.
Thorsten, let's stop this kid.
Thorsten's everyone's dad.
At this point.
He's trained. He adopted 2 kids and are training them to be Silver Guardian members.
And honestly, I thought those were gonna be. I thought that one of them was gonna be that kid, you know, that was trapped in the fire. I was like, oh, I'll be that kid, or one of those kids.
He was forced to be the chaperone of 4 teammates. Like he's just ordinary. He's an ordinary dad. His dad said, "You have big dad energy. Go be a dad, son." That's how that talk went when he said to go watch over Orchid.
Where's Orchid now?
Good
In
question.
the burning building.
You let him do that? Come on, man.
That he caused.
Yeah,
Well,
Considering
not this one.
Thorsten's also there.
Or did he? Do you remember what you did last night, Orchid?
What? I don't remember.
Dun dun dun.
Where were you in between the hours of now and earlier?
Spotlight. Ichiban comes in. Now Orchid.
Now, as much as I love blowing up
Adam
buildings,
and Ichigo try to do good cop, bad cop.
But we get
It's
mixed up on the way.
and it's
Oh
just-
god.
But it's just good cop, worse cop.
Good cop, worse cop.
Who's which is which?
Exactly.
You tell me.
You tell me. Yeah, so you save this kid and the kid looks up at you and he's bawling and he's like, "Where's my daddy?"
He'll kneel down. I don't know, but let me get you out of here and we'll see if we can find him.
Mm-hmm. As you, I suppose you pick him up.
Yeah, that's honestly the easiest way of moving to get him out of here.
Nah, you drag him out by one hand.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, you pick him up and he's just curled up in a ball, like kind of just sniffling, like just eyes closed, clenching his teddy bear, just like, is like, this isn't real, this isn't real, this isn't real. He's like muttering to himself as
You
you
damn bad.
you get him out of the fire. Turning over to Benji and Soren, I need both of you to make me science medicine checks.
Okay.
Science, medicine. How scientific. Science, medicine. Yeah, no, I'm bad at that. Okay.
Good luck.
science- Oh, thank you. I
Which
was
people
like,
die in your
police.
arms? Oh,
yeah, I really wanted that. Jesus. Oh my god.
Alrighty. And now Benji.
Science.
Science.
Would I be able to argue that my specific upbringing gives me oh, what does it say for my not from around here? Oh, edge. Is it would it be able to use edge?
Why did I never think that people would die? If I don't know how to do something.
Sure. I'll give you edge for this.
Okay, it just says because it's outside combat and his upbringing and all that. Okay.
I got you.
Couldn't I
You
just
could
say
always
that I
use
had
a
seen a
Eureka.
medical journal and somehow I got it?
Oh, I could do Eureka.
Eureka.
Actually, yeah, I'll just use an idea point. Fuck it.
Okay. I was
What does
gonna.
that even do?
It just lets me. It says any kind of smarts based skill check. I can use idea point and then make it an edge roll. I just forget that that's what the Blue Rangers thing is.
Eureka.
Oh,
I thought for some reason Eureka was a story point thing. But that's the other thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
But all right. Give it to
here we
me.
go.
which people die in Benji's arms?
The chuck. The slate chuck.
Thanks, buddy.
I only had 3 people die in my arms today. Pretty good day overall.
Yes, we know you get all the W's. I get all the L's. I understand.
Holy
Did I do bad? What
I
happened?
imagine like I'm bringing out all these injured people
Oh
and
my
they're just
God.
killing them out there.
How many story points are we down to? Jesus.
Well,
I used one.
3?
You
Thorsten
guys
used
have
one.
3.
I'm gonna use my one. I guess. Is that alright? You guys mind?
why don't we just use all the story points? Go ahead.
Orchid's over here like, I
Okay.
don't have to use any.
Yeah.
Soren, do you want to use a story point?
Um.
Or are you okay
Well-
with your 5?
Well, I don't want to kill anybody. Like, they're my
You guys are
backup
assuming death. I'm just saying roll.
Yeah,
Why am I
yeah.
rolling so bad?
Yeah, yeah. Well, if I'm sure that they're not going to die as a result, I don't know. No, I think that if they're not going to die as a result, then I'm not going to have to live with this horrific moment for the rest of my days, wondering as I look into a bottle how it all went wrong. And having some sort of medical drama thing. Yeah, I think that I'd be okay with just accepting my failure there. I don't think that there's much of a chance for me to do better than I just did.
Okay.
Especially
So-
automatically rolling.
Let's do Benji's first. Benji, you are trying to like stabilize this one person who's in shock with everything that happened. Their arm is completely charred from the shoulder to their hands, and they're like having a stroke as like they're just in like their body's complete in shock from everything that's happening. You're you're in the process of getting this person to a calm state you grab some medicine and such from the deployment team, and so you have your own little medical bag now as you're helping these people. You're able to calm the person down, and they're not going crazy anymore. As they
okay.
yeah, so you're able to calm them down, and they're not foaming anymore. They start having a decent heartbeat again, and their breath, but they're still completely not the best, because they just have completely just like very fleshy burnt arm.
I guess even he wouldn't really know what to do in that moment. He'd just be trying to help make him comfortable. So, yeah. And then if it gets to a point where, oh my god, when it gets to a point that he could, I guess, if it seems like they're stable enough or they're left in the care of the others, he can move on to toward to help another person, or possibly work towards the rubble where others are.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. From what you can see, that like this is the best you could do for right now. You stabilized the gentleman, and he is gonna be okay. Well, he's at least alive. You kept him from, choking on his own spit and such. But of course, he's still in pain and is probably gonna have burnt marks for a hot minute. As one of the medical staff comes over, and he's like, "Thank you, Ranger. We'll take care of this one next." As he picks him up and brings him over to the ambulance.
No, thank you.
As you rush off to see if you're able to find anything else. Panning over to Soren, however. The woman you're helping is having major blood loss. As you're trying to stop the bleeding, patch it up as much as possible, put pressure on it, but nothing you're doing is working. You remember back to your basic training from Silver Guardians, from the little bit you're able to get in the trash environments, but nothing you're doing seems to be working, as she's continuously losing blood and all signs of life is leaving her. And as you try one final time to try to like stop the blood, the blood indeed stops flowing, but also does any sign of life from her body.
No.
As her breathing,
Somebody help me.
as her ragged breathing and her little bit of twitching, she just goes still. As the blood loss flows at a more slower pace, and as her body starts to feel colder.
No. Yeah, no. Soren is totally freaking out. He's going to try to call for anybody, for the paramedics who any of the paramedics who might be nearby and available, or to the other rangers who know how to do this stuff better than him, because he's not specialized or anything.
So as you start panicking and screaming out for help, these two paramedics come up and like kind of like gesture you to the side, as you just instinctually just like back away from the scene, taking in like what happened, blood on your hands, as these two paramedics take the body and bring it over to the
body bag. Jesus.
No, not a body bag. Brings it
Thank
over
God.
to the ambulance, and you just hear through kind of like the noise around you starts going to the background, as in the foreground. All you can really hear is your own breathing and heartbeat, as everything around you is just getting hazy and quiet as you're taking in what just happened. And you just faintly hear like, "She's not breathing. Get her to the ambulance quick. We need to get her plugged in." As they carry her away, as you're not sure what is gonna happen next with this woman.
Yeah, Soren is having definite flashbacks in this moment, remembering Marcy's blood on his hands and so forth back in Universe Zero, and he is not in a good way.
Blasting back to Orchid in the fire and the flames, we carry on.
Oh yeah.
You save the middle-aged woman, and you're going back in. You're not really finding anything. You're rummaging around in the building as you see. Give me a Let's do. Yeah, give me a finesse or acrobatics roll. Your choice.
All right. Any edge snag?
Straight, unless you have anything that would go into this. Sheesh, that was almost a 20.
So much.
I saw it. Are you gonna story point that?
No.
Yeah, so as you're running around looking for everything, kind of just like kind of an autopilot, hearing out for voices, you get caught off guard as a shot, you hear a doof as it grazes your arm. You're able to move to the side instinctually, but it still grazes the side of your arm, shredding through your morphing armor and giving you a scrape on the tricep.
I summoned Foxfire.
And you immediately summon Foxfire, aiming it at the origin of the shot, and in the above you in the shadows and the smoke, all you see is a glint of a barrel as it disappears in the darkness.
So this is like up on the floor above me.
Yes.
Is there any way around me that I would easily see to get up there? Or would I have to do some crazy wall running?
You would need to do a little bit of climbing. You would give me either your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
I'll try acrobatics. I'm an extremely speedy boy. Try to do like a little wall run and hop.
Give
climb
chase.
Up. Give chase, yes. Would my background give me edge on this as like a guerrilla fighter?
Yes, give it to me.
Okay. At 20, baby.
There's the 20 you wanted.
There's the 20.
Dang, it would have been a 4. Damn. Yeah, you immediately see the barrel disappear in the shadows, and you immediately look to your left, look to your right, take in the obstacles, and you immediately just like traject like all possible outcomes as you take the quickest, most highest probability, and you just and you do some crazy gymnastics up, and you get up in lickety split. And as you get up there, the smoke goes to your side, and you're able to see a door to the roof with a staircase, still a little bit intact, swung open, and you see the outside light.
Orchid would rush forward, anticipating some sort of hostility.
Yeah, as you rush forward and you go out the door and you turn the corner with your foxfire, and you try to look. Smoke up here as well, a little bit of fire, some ash in the sky. All you see is a figure. His back or her back is to you, hooded.
Like up the staircase?
On the roof, like on the other side of the roof from you.
And they're standing still?
Yeah, like near the edge, with their back to you.
Over the roaring of the fire, I point my gun towards them. Hands where I can see them.
The figure puts his hands up, and you see in his right hand a pin around his finger, as below him you see a grenade thrown at you. Exploding between the two of you, causing the roof to collapse in. And do you fire?
Orchid would, yeah.
Yeah. Seeing everything that happens, you instinctually fire, try to get a shot on him before everything else happens. You shoot foxfire, explosion goes off, fire flames more into the sky, the roof collapses, as when the dust settles and the smoke kind of fades a little bit into the sky, all that's left is a collapsed roof with the other edge empty of any person, and then just you on your side.
Do we have like radio comms so we can like, radio to each other?
Yeah, you have ranger comms, and then you also have your silver guardian earpieces.
Okay. I'll saber comms. I saw someone up here. They shot at me, but they blew up part of the roof and got away.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I don't know where they went. Anybody else on the ground? See anybody? They couldn't have gone far.
I'm on the ground. I'll look out, and can I roll to see if I see anyone?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do I use investigation?
Yeah. You got it.
With the upshift, or yeah, with the upshift.
No, not this time. Ichibot is doing his own thing.
All right. Oh, let's go.
Who needs an upshift? Who needs Ichibot?
Wait, is that a real one? It's not real. Critical success. God damn it. These goddamn twos.
Yeah, so as everything goes down, this is what everyone else sees. When the explosion happens, Orchid fires his foxfire. Everyone around hears a and then a doo as a shot, and everyone screams. All the civilians, everyone around, as you hear rubble and you hear the gunshot. And as everything happens, everyone goes onto comms. Orchid mentions the person. Adam, you see above you as somebody hops the building to the above you. You see the shadow of someone hopping from the explosion, from like the taken down building up into the other building, sprinting away. And Thorsten, below you, I need you to make me either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. That was a 20.
Cool. As the rubble crashes down, you look up and you see it immediately as you're able to jump to the side and completely miss this, squishing you and trapping you under. As just a bunch of like dust and like debris, particles just, you know, like fall on you and cover you.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna keep making sure to get out of there.
Yeah, so Adam, with seeing the figure jump above, is there anything specifically that you do or say?
Question: is there like another fire escape ladders that I could go up to that roof?
You can definitely try, yeah. Or like, yes, you can. It's just, I guess it's more of how fast you could do it.
Okay. I comment. Guys, I see him. I'll get on pursuit. Um, and I start running towards the ladder, and I call over to Ichibod. Hey, Ichibod,
Ah!
let's get this bread. You can spirit an infusion.
I guess it's time to get our hands a little dirty, as he takes one little puff and flicks the cigar away, and as it hits the ground and bounces, he turns into a green wisp and fuses with you.
Yeah, so I want to try and jump up to that those fire escape ladders and basically just like run up them as quick as I can.
Yeah, so you jump on this ladder, you flash morph into your ranger mode, and you run up these ladder, and as you get to the roof, you see nothing.
He's probably covered in ash, so I can make an investigation to see if he's covered in like there's any visible footprints.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I roll with specialization because I got investigation?
Yes, you got it.
No detective Ichipod with me.
Ichiban on the case.
I'm gonna take that 6. I feel like we need the story points.
To no avail. You're unable to get any tracking. No ash, no soot, no nothing. It just looks like a regular old roof to you. Perhaps maybe you thought you saw something in the heat of all the explosion. You're not too sure now.
I go over back to comms. Negative on the guy. I think I lost him, or I probably saw something. And Adam just like kicks like something across the roof. Just like anything.
Yeah. And I'll say now, a little bit of time goes by. The fire department is able to handle the fires. We're able to evacuate as many people as possible. There's still very much lots of unsavageable people, whether completely charred and burnt to a crisp, or just smashed and were long dead before anybody was able to reach them. The few people that were able to be rescued are being taken immediately to urgent care at the hospital, and yeah, you guys all reconvene. I would say, like, I guess, like, on the side of, like, in the alleyway that, like, Adam was investigating. You guys all reconvene there after, like, everything dies down a little bit, and you guys are able to, like, calm down and think straight again.
So
Wait, we're all together again?
Yes,
Yeah.
all 5 of you.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
So Orca, you said you saw someone, or someone
Yeah,
shot you?
they shot at me from one of the higher floors. I chased after him to the roof. I
Maybe
could have taken him down, but
maybe we can
It's my
check
fault.
about some of nearby places' surveillance footage. Maybe they caught something. I'll go look into that.
I got some pictures on the alleyway. I don't know, it was probably from him or from other people trying to escape.
Mm.
I'm gonna show the pictures of the footprints I found.
so Devin, when he put up his hands, was he wearing like gloves, or was it like his bare hands?
He had bare hands.
Okay, so that they were definitely human hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bare
you
hands. Oh my God.
you saw Caucasian skin,
Okay,
but that's
gotcha.
all you could see from the figure.
He's
The
quite
rest
bare.
of him was robed up with a hoodie.
Understood. Like just like a normal street hoodie, or like some sort of uniform.
A little bit in between. Like, it looked like a really, like, long hooded jacket. Like, I don't even, like, I guess more like a coat, like a
Like a
hooded,
trench coat with a hood.
yeah, like a hooded coat, a black hooded coat.
This is something that you would or would not see people around Silver Hills wearing normally?
You probably wouldn't, unless it was like really cold out, which you haven't experienced, like the really harsh cold of the Silver Hills winters.
Seattle, the harsh winters of Seattle.
The harsh, rainy, disgusting winters of Seattle.
Disgusting, horrible, decrepit winter.
Of Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, I'll pass on this information. Maybe that could help track someone down. If they see somebody disappearing all covered in ash with a black hooded jacket.
Yeah, the last thing I saw, it was over here in this roof. I don't know if it was him or something. But we know it wasn't yokai, at least.
Mm-hmm.
The grenade that he threw,
believe-
did it seem like a normal grenade, or was this like, oh, this is like a high-tech grenade? I mean, it was able to collapse a roof.
Yeah.
Was this just like a normal thing?
So you looking at it real quick, you saw the pin in his hand, and when you saw the object flying towards you, you're able to pick up this illuminated blue light from this grenade, explosion, catalyst, whatever it may have been. So it definitely didn't look like your typical grenade, especially with the destruction it was able to cause with just simply just it.
Yeah.
So it definitely looked like something of higher tech.
That's really bad. But
You need
I'll
help?
convey this. The grenade that he threw, it was like glowing blue. Definitely not a normal grenade. Whoever did this has access to some pretty powerful stuff.
Does the glowing blue grenade mean anything to say like myself or?
Yeah, I was gonna say if all of you could make me a, I guess it'll be culture check,
Oh no.
like history,
Okay.
culture history.
Would our not from around here give us edge if this is like our
Um,
distinct upbringing in our
yeah, this
mutant-filled
this
universe?
this would give all 5 of you edge for you're not from around here. But I would need all of you to make me history culture checks.
Okay.
Well, that would cancel out for me because I got nothing.
So you said all of us?
Yes, unless you don't want to, then I guess you don't have to. But
No, that's fine.
So yeah, will it cancel out then if it's like
yeah, if you have a 0, that means you have snag, so it would just be a straight d20. Just whenever you roll it, just put edge, and then it will just roll it as a straight d20.
Can I just take the 19 that I rolled?
Yeah,
instead of
yeah. The
7?
first roll would be what it is. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so,
Wait, Thorsten, don't you have the Green Ranger thing that gives you a D2 and all your, like,
yes,
smarts and social?
yes, I do.
Yeah, so it'd be a
Let me roll
19.
it.
Rolling with
So
a
just roll a d2.
I'm just gonna roll a D2 real quick.
It'd be a 19 plus whatever d2 shows. So you either get a 20 or 21. 20. There we go.
20.
All right, so we have a 10, a 20, a 22, a 5, and just one more from Soren.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Alright. See how I do. Don't have anything special for culture. Oh yeah, I did actually put something in culture. Surprising.
Mm-hmm.
See how I do.
Don't forget to put the edge.
Of course. Culture. I see you're a man of culture as well.
So far, it only seems like half of you are men of culture. The other half so far, I don't know, not so much.
Wow. I'm fairly
I guess the majority of you are men of culture. All right. So this was a okay, let's see. Cool.
thermal
Okay.
detonator from Star Wars?
Yeah, so when Orchid mentions this, you guys all ponder for a moment, and Benji, Soren, Thorsten, and yeah, so Thorsten, Benji, and Soren, you ponder for a moment, and you remember that the blue glow reminds you of some mutant tech from that you used to have to deal with when fighting Ransik's armada back when, but that doesn't make sense because you were told that there's 0 gateway back to your place. So for that tech to be here now is a little odd.
The question is, will we like to?
But that's what Thorsten, Benji, and Soren remember. If you would like to mention it to the other 2 uncultured swines, that's up to you.
Oh, I'd totally bring it up. It looks like one of those weird things we've dealt with.
Keep it a secret. Just like be like, this is a private thing that we will
This is
never
a private matter. It's you're either in the know or you're not, and you guys are just not in the know.
Yeah. No,
When they say this, is Orchid just like, oh wait, I used those before?
Yeah. So when Benji brings it back up, Adam and Orchid, your brains it dawns on you. It took a second. You guys brain lagged, and you're like, oh wait, that does.
Oh,
sound...
those blue grenades.
Oh, those. Yeah. So Adam, you remember it. You're like, oh yeah, and then Orchid, it like when Benji brings it up, it like hits a switch in your brain as you get flashed back to a memory very vivid of you holding one of these glowing blue explosives, pulling the pin, and you remember actually sticking it in the mouth of a hostage that wouldn't shut up.
Oh my god, Orchid was a
God
monster.
damn.
God damn, dude.
And then you kicked them off the ledge of the roof, and they exploded before they hit the ground.
Man,
Nah, I feel kind of bad
when I
for
say
killing
be quiet,
Gurren.
I mean it.
Kind of
Yeah.
feel bad for
Oh.
killing Gurren. We should have just helped this that guy. Like
Yeah.
honestly, goddamn, dude.
And
That wasn't a request, you know.
and you remember the explosion blowing up the middle of that building you were standing on and rupturing it and like shaking it like a mini like earthquake, but not enough to like completely collapse it, but it left like a hole in the middle of that like 5-story building.
Orchid was straight up a menace. Goddamn, dude.
We need a flashback to OG Orchid.
We need a session with OG.
Picking orchids with his family. Mommy, what's this flower?
That's
Hard
you.
hard cuts to him killing hostages and stuff.
But yeah, so that's your recollection of this tech orchid as you get flashed back into the present.
You think it was that Yellow Ranger?
No, I don't think so. Oh, sorry.
What's that?
I feel like it wouldn't have been his type of style to use a grenade. I don't think so, at least.
I mean, we know he is somewhere doing something. And they're the only person here that I would know would have access to that kind of tech.
I feel like if it was him, he would have just tried to fight us.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Though, whoever it was, they weren't morphed. So, you know how when we came here, we weren't able to morph anymore. Maybe it was the same for them.
No more time for Time Force for anybody.
I was trying to think, so like, if anyone else wants to jump in, go ahead.
I would say that the only idea that Benji has makes him kind of like not want to believe it's actually a thing. So he's probably kind of like, I don't know, looks constipated. Like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Keeping it to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, Benji, nah, I'm messing with
You seem to have
Benji,
something
you
on you.
okay? You're like vibrating.
You have too much fiber, Benji.
and not in a good way.
You okay there, Benji? You look like you have something on your mind. Do you have an idea?
You just see a light bulb go off above his head.
And
Doesn't say
he
anything.
tries to grab it and smash it on the floor. He's like, no.
That would be what you try to do.
No ideas from me. Leave me alone.
If you had a light bulb on its head, it would be doing like some schizophrenic blinking a lot.
Oh man. But yeah, so do you any more contemplation, any more chit chat from about this, or or is this well dried up now? What do you guys say?
You could ask Eric if for anything. Anything about that yellow guy.
Fine. What if
Benji.
it's somebody else we know from that world?
Who do you mean, Benji?
What? Everyone does that.
What do you
Well, not
mean?
What
we
do you
know.
mean, Benji?
But what if it's someone else you know? Like looking at Orchid.
You just assume that I know all evil people?
I don't
no,
know
that's
many
not what
people.
I'm saying, you jackass.
Oh, somebody blows up a building, I must know them? Like,
No, but we know someone who still blows up buildings that you knew.
listen.
It might be your brother.
Like Zoink Scoob.
Like Zoink
Orchid would
Scoops.
go silent at that.
And I'm not saying that because anybody like wants it to be. I'm just saying that's just the obvious thing that I can see it pointing to.
I mean, only 6 people came through that portal.
Who's to say another one couldn't have gotten open again? There seems to be something bigger going on.
Orchid would remain silent.
I would say at this point, you guys get a call on your comms. Rangers, report back. I think we need a debrief of everything that happened to make sure we get all the facts straight.
Copy that. Send Winston, please.
Winston pulls up in his ice cream van.
This is how Eric makes his fortune.
Selling ice cream. No, yeah, Winston pulls up in his van, and unlocks the car and rolls down the window. Is like, "Are you guys getting in?"
Why do you have an ice cream truck? Ice cream truck.
This is my pastime.
What?
You deliver ice cream, or an ice cream man?
Do you race in Twisted Metal?
I
Is he
like,
the clown?
Oh
He's
my
the
lord.
clown.
I like. No. I just like I like seeing the happy faces of the young ones in the city.
That's weird, man.
On my past. What?
That's a little weird, bro.
It's kind of sus.
Damn.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy, you know.
Jesus Lord have mercy. Yeah, just rag on Winston do I want you.
Hey, I apologize to him already about pulling a gun on him, so I'm fine.
Everything else off the
Yeah.
table. It's just, you know.
Yeah, it's really been gnawing at Adam's like soul, you know.
Oh my lord. Yeah, no, so you guys hop on in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You
Is
guys
it cold in the back?
No, it's surprisingly pretty chill. Like very normal temperature. You get a little chill, but it's like a nice chill.
Adam grabs one of the ice creams.
Yeah, he's like, help yourself.
Do you guys want any?
It's still moist.
I was gonna say,
I would have figured I would have
you
demorphed.
have any of you unmorphed?
I would have
I never
unmorphed.
morphed.
Yeah, I know Thorsten did it. Would Adam unmorphed? Would Benji, Orchid, or Soren unmorph?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, I'd have done
Okay.
You never
So,
know.
Orchid's the only one with the
that. I need to try to get the blood off my gloves, so I'm hoping it just disappears.
Hopefully it just disappears. It's like just walking around with the blood on my hands. Horrible flashbacks.
Yeah, so you guys hop in the back. Adam starts eating ice cream. You guys hurry back to the estate once again. This time for probably not the best of meetings. Comparing it to the bombshell that Persephone dropped on you guys. No pun intended. This bombshell was a little more impactful.
Literal.
So yeah, you guys all huddle in his office. What's the vibe like as you guys sit down and gather your thoughts? Like very quiet, intense, or like what's going on with you guys inside?
Man,
Oh, Benji.
I just probably sit there, just kind of like indifferent. I don't know.
Orchid would have been his normal self until Benji brought up his brother. Now he's extra himself.
True. You actually revert back to your old self.
We
It's
would
not like
make it
he
back to
wanted
the mansion.
It's not like he wanted to bring him up.
That's actually the code word. It's just your brother.
No, dude, like
Jerome?
internally, like a headcanon for me for him is that I think that Benji secretly always avoided ever bringing up that his brother because he always worried that he would come back and either be like, basically he always thought he'd come back and replace him. So
Not to kill him, but to replace Benji as like the little brother type of deal, or brother.
That killer.
Mhm.
That killer will come and replace me.
Well,
Literally.
he thought he'd come back and be like, he thought he'd be able to be redeemed just like Orchid can be, in his opinion,
Yeah,
and therefore could eventually then be brothers again and replace him. So he always worried about that. He's very quiet about his brother.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, so you guys sit there, or Winston comes in and is like, I don't think right now is the time for sweets, but here's some drinks if you guys need to cool off a little bit. And he comes in with like apple juice and water and some soda and just like little things to just kind of like to help you guys decompress, but doesn't bring in like the usual like sweets and everything, because it's not one of those, you know, it's a little bit more of a tense matter.
Is he still in the ice cream man uniform?
No, he's in his regular butler
Butler.
uniform.
Okay. I think Alan would just grab a water and sit down, looking kind of defeated.
Yeah, so then he lets himself out as Eric kind of sits like kind of like on the edge of his desk, looking at you guys, pondering, and he's like, "So, what happened up there?"
Found someone. Cloaked individual shot at me. They ended up getting away, but they collapsed the roof with a type of grenade we haven't seen in this universe.
But have seen some in ours.
That's deeply concerning. Casualties. Were you able to get everyone out?
The building was already decimated when we got there, so we tried. It's hard to say if everyone's out. That's at least what I assume is our answer. I don't know how you could tell if they're all out in a short period of time like that.
Yeah.
Orchid and Thorson, when they were in there, saw just strewn apart bodies trapped in the rubble.
Yeah, you guys saw massacres.
So yeah, so probably
easily
a no.
dozens dead.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. Anyone I found, I tried getting out, but it was honestly nothing that I haven't ever seen before, and I hate
The
to put it that
paramedics
way.
are. Mm.
It's very unfortunate. That building, it was a It was a housing establishment. It was for
I want to like face palm this thing a little bit.
it was for, you know, mutants and humans alike that walked the wrong path and were trying to get rehabilitated.
In our world, that was a
Safe
safe
house.
house for defectors and humans that had also been bombed at one point.
Eric can't help but just chuckle at that information.
Ironic, isn't it?
I
Or
suppose.
Very
coincidental.
Very similar.
Either way.
Well, until we get any lab results from what happened with the pyrotechnic team, with all the injured, first-hand reports, we don't. Hopefully, nothing else happens, but we need to find something to track down the cause of this, tied to something.
It was certainly a deliberate attack.
And what makes you say that?
Well, there was a hooded armed individual there to fight any first responders, blow up the rest of the roof, and escape. I doubt that was just someone being rehabilitated.
Just a little side question. Would we have seen your injured arm, Orchid?
Yeah. I mean, it tore right through my
Suit.
my
Yeah,
suit. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we are
Oh.
aware of that happen. Like, we saw the rip in your suit as well as the injury before you morphed back. And whoever it was shot at him and left a wound through his suit while morphed. So
It feels more like a message.
it feels more like they were dragging this out.
Just to be clear, a normal attack would not go through the suit. Like if somebody shot me with a bullet, it would like spark off like it does in the show.
Correct.
Okay.
It would have to be something very
Wouldn't that be something
powerful
like-
and of equivalent energy, whether it's be grid energy or some sort
monster
of
magic or whatever?
yeah, some sort of a dark power source, whether it's like, you know,
So those weren't just like lead bullets being shot from
They were
No.
silver bullets.
silver bullets.
yeah, that's
Anti-yokai round.
That's another weakness you see. You got the candy that makes them drunk, and then you have silver bullets that actually is a slight kryptonite. And then also yodeling for some reason. I guess that will go down in history in the lore books.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so Eric ponders for a moment. I don't think I've ever heard of any weaponry that could pierce ranger armor.
No. But I'm sure the ones in our timeline might have had enough time to study something, considering one of our missions, we had stolen morphers from them.
I just don't. There should be no way to.
We found them. I wouldn't say stole.
There should be no possible way to link our two worlds at this current moment. So for there to be a force here with technology from your universe, it's just impossible.
You know, you guys do have, Time Force Rangers here, right? Maybe it's someone from your own year 3000 come back, and not someone from ours.
I suppose that's a possibility, but I feel like we would have heard about it if some type of force or danger came from our year 3000. The Time Force Rangers would have been here by now to take care of it, or at least given me a heads up.
Would you have been able to detect if anyone came through our universe to here?
We were able to before, so I don't see why not.
Do you think it could be the Yellow Ranger that came through with us? Do you know where they went?
That psycho has powers far greater than most, if any, Rangers. It took a lot to defeat them, and they are full of tricks. If they are the cause of this, it would make sense, but I don't know, I feel like that's too easy of an explanation. They would have. It's not. It almost feels like